All right. I want to talk about how you can increase your brain speed. Okay. It's a little bit of a different angle. Bear with me because it's going to be predominantly about self talk, but not in the way you may be thinking about it. All right. I want to talk about self talk when you're in a low vibrational state. This goes back to one of the premises of reality mastery, right back there, is you're either going to be in a low vibrational state or a high vibrational state. There's only two. Everything's binary. You're either doing something productive or unproductive. You're either in an empowered state of being or a disempowered state of being. You either have limiting beliefs or empowering beliefs. There's different degrees in all these, what you call this, realms, right? Different degrees of dopeness and different degrees of not goodness, right? Interesting, these words. It's all the meaning we place on them. But is it really though? Because at the core of it, words are spells. They're spells, right? You're spelling. This is why they call it spelling in school. So bear with me here. Look, when you're in a low vibrational state, the first thing you need to do is to understand you're in a low vibrational state. Notice it. And then what you want to do is you want to pull out your phone and start writing down what you're thinking. Because if you actually stop and write it down, it may be tricky because you'll start telling yourself you don't have time to do that right now. But you think it's productive to operate in this disempowered state, which is just perpetuating chaos into the space-time continuum, right? If you're in a state of disempowerment, your energies are all discombobulated, which means you're warping the matrix around you and causing fucked up events to happen, right? So I mean, even if you're too busy, I mean, like, you're never too busy to stop fucking shit up. Like, just stop fucking shit up. Just stop. Pull out your phone. Start taking down start write down what you're thinking. I guarantee you're gonna start looking at the phone and you're like, holy shit, this is a crazy ass shit that I'm thinking right now. Right? Like, this is true thinking, right? If you're thinking about what you're thinking about. Right? That's true thinking. So when you do that, you can start to understand how messed up your self-talk is right now. Right? I'm not talking about like, I can do it. I'm the best. Hurrah, hurrah. I mean, sure, there's a time and place for that. I feel like that's more like affirmations, which is great. But I'm talking about catching negative self talk, right? If your body language is messed up, I remember one time going walking around the gym, you know what I'm saying? Just like looking around everyone when I was like in a disempowered state, right? I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm really like, even my reality, people are looking at me weird. I'm looking at people weird. The energy I'm putting out's weird. So I'm getting weird reactions from everyone around me. I'm like, it's not conducive to magnetizing any type of opportunities or nothing, right? So here's what I'm saying. Manage your self-talk. Be aware of the state of being that you're in at all times. This is how you can increase your brain speed, because the more you stay in an empowered state, the faster frequency you will be able to download or attach to or surf, so to speak. Right? Like the good old radio dial analogy, right? You want to tune into the higher frequencies. It's all about your body and how you're feeling, right? Are you in a low vibration or a high vibration? So the way you know it is, do you feel if you feel contracted or do you feel expansive? It's very easy when you tune into your body to see. Pull out your phone, start writing down. This only takes like 45 seconds, guys. It's like 45 seconds. You start writing down what you're doing, what you're thinking. What are you thinking about what you're thinking? And then you look at that shit and you're like, oh wow, this is not. This sounds retarded, right? It sounds unproductive, right? When you see it on paper, that's the craziest thing. When you see it or on your phone screen, you're like, okay. Here, let me give you a tip. Some people be like, okay, well, what do I do then, Akash? I'm like, well, just think. I mean, obviously, if this thinking is, if it's not empowered thinking, is not true, right? Because the universe, that which is supported by light, that which supports light is supported by light. And we're supporting life. We're here to support life. We're here to serve. So you know that in service, you're supported. Right? Whether or not you're serving right now is irrelevant, right? Because you are serving by figuring out what's preventing you from not serving, which is this Poor self-talk. So then that's actually serving. See that? See that? So when you just look at this messed up thinking, easy trick is just be like, okay, what's the opposite of this thinking? I'll give you an example. Right at work, I mean, like, oh my god, sales are horrible today. This guy didn't buy anything. I was talking to the last three people. One person didn't show up. Oh my god, just doubt, shame. Oh my god, I'm bad at sales. I'm a bad closer. People are complaining. I'm a bad manager. Employees are unhappy. Why did I let this happen? Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, so I can write all this down. The opposite of this thinking is like, well, there's a law of averages. All I can do is show up as my best self. Did I show up as my best self? I mean, yeah, I did show up as my best self. I'm like, okay, cool. So I planted seeds. Awesome. Right? Like, what's the opposite of, I'm a bad, that's what I'm saying. I'm a bad salesperson. Oh, I'm a good salesperson. Simple. Start there. I'm like, okay. What's evidence of me being a good salesperson? Like, shit, I've been at thousands of hours of sales training. I've closed hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales. Straight up. I have. Um, I've been awarded and looked upon as an authority in the sales community, right? These are all facts. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, cool, right? You see how this works? You just start with the opposite of thinking. I'm a poor manager. What's the opposite of that? I'm a great manager. What's the evidence of me being a great? That's a good question to ask after, right? Like, I'm a great manager. Ask your brain, like, well, pull up some evidence to support that. You can do that, right? You can just give your brain questions. It's pretty cool. It's like little queries into the brain. Right. Okay. What's the evidence to support me being a good manager? Man, my team has complimented me. My team tells me they love me. Straight up. They said that if I ever wanted to do something else, they would follow me into other projects. Like, what the fuck? Obviously, I'm a fucking good leader. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, oh wow. And as I'm doing this, I'm like, oh, I'm just realizing how crazy my self-talk was. So the problem comes when people don't stop when they catch themselves in a low vibration, or they don't realize they're in a low vibration. So if you're not realizing when you're in a low vibration, this means you need to become more in tune with your body and your spirit and your mind. You need to understand the difference between your body, your mind, and your spirit. This can be done in meditation, specifically transcendental meditation. If you need help with that, just shoot me a DM. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll just put my meditation course. I'll just link it in the description box. Just check it out. It's on Google Drive. It's simple, very, very simple. It's like 3 to 6 minute videos. Very simple, like 4 or 5 of them. Easy peasy. I'll link my Instagram. DM me on Instagram. Let me know if you have any questions or whatever, on the meditation course. Super simple. And yeah, that will let you become in tune with your body. Like, okay, if I'm in a low vibration or a high vibration. And honestly, even if you know how to do that, just go through the course anyway. It's free. Like, you're going to become a better meditator. So yeah, it's always your self-talk, man. Your words are the vehicles of energy. They're vehicles for energy. So you want to make sure you're casting some high energy spells, man. Some positive vibes. I mean, that's the real true positive vibes are there. So I'll leave you guys with that, and see y'all in the next video.